hit that button, just tap on it slightly.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. That's right. Joining us this morning for a wonderful sports show is the one, the very renowned and very famous for her wide knowledge in sports. If you wake her up early in the morning, and she just opens her eyes at the crack of dawn and she's trying to figure out where she is, just ask her any question about
Just a
sports.
sandbar ready. Yeah.
She'll give you up to, and this is not a joke, she'll give you an up-to-date analysis of the most recent sporting stories, even the ones that happen in her sleep. She'll tell you about it. Her name is Tega. Say it with your chest, with respect. Tega Supreme. Good morning, Tega.
But what do you want? Because I don't have it.
My list is
You
long.
feel like you not you came before the pay salary. You ask after the pay
Fear is such a
salary.
motivator. Eh?
Good morning, Lagos.
Oh, by the way, here's how you can reach us. Send them messages.
Send a message to WhatsApp on 0809 444 0981. And of course, our family members on the tube. Val has already told you about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Twitter, it's at smooth981FM. Use the hashtag locker room 981.
Well done. Chinese state television did not air NBA's opening night games yesterday, and the league's streaming partner, Tencent, reduced its schedule and showed just the Lakers Clippers contest. Outside that game at Staples Center in Los Angeles, a group of protesters chanted and offered fans T-shirts that read, "Fight for freedom, stand for Hong Kong." A smattering of fans wore them inside Staples during the game.
Yes, so the NBA regular season started last night, and with a blockbuster like the LA Clippers and the LA Lakers. Now, what has made the LA Clippers and the LA Lakers this big, especially this season, is because of the move of Kawhi Leonard. So he won the NBA championship with the San Antonio Spurs. Then he went to Toronto and helped them to win their first ever championship, and now he's at the Clippers. So because of that guy, Kawhi Leonard's move, and then LeBron James in LA Lakers, it was supposed to be a blockbuster. It was supposed to be all about the game. It was supposed to be all about those two men.
Mm.
Ashe, China NBA drama came into the picture.
Something we're trying to run away from.
The one thing that they thought, okay, at least when the regular season starts, the games and the matchups will make people, forget about the China incident. Didn't happen. Because and first and what made it worse was LeBron, because of what he had said earlier.
Yes.
So people came to Staples Center particularly with a message, not necessarily for the NBA, but for him, saying that you speak up for social rights, you do a lot of community development projects. Why did you do this to them? And I like the way LeBron is. He said, "I've spoken the last time. I shall not speak again on this matter. I'm just going to shut up and dribble." Unfortunately, his team dribbled and lost to the Clippers by 122 to 102. Shockingly for me, I think the Clippers played like they've been together for longer as opposed to the Lakers. You'd think the Lakers were the ones that just gathered their team this season, but it was the Clippers who just put their team together that looked better. So, I mean, when you go to LA, it's really, let me tell you the truth, there's a big difference when the Clippers are playing and when the Lakers are playing. The same arena, different atmosphere. It's like when the Clippers are playing, it's like club foot. No, not it's like Nigerian club football. Then when the LA Lakers are playing, it's like Super Eagles. Like everywhere changes. You're entering the same place, but everything changes. The atmosphere, the style, the people is all of a sudden you're in royalty. With the Clippers, it's like regular, but with Kawhi now on that team with the Clippers, even if the crowd doesn't become suddenly LA royalty, but he in on that team brings royalty kind of basketball to the team.
Yeah.
So it's for the NBA festival, it's crazy. CCTV is not showing a single game.
Wow.
One single game. That's a huge loss because they have made an inroad to that market. But for Lakers this season, having Clippers, the team that they have and the way they look like they're going to dominate, it's not going to be a very happy season for the Lakers because they want to be the team in LA.
And by CCTV, you don't mean closed circuit television
No,
cameras.
no,
You
no. I mean
mean
the
China
Chinese
Central Television.
national
They
television.
are not showing it there.
It's interesting because China can be so petty.
Oh, and
In what
and that grudge.
sense?
You know
Like,
how you know how
even
you know
even
how
this,
deep they say.
when,
They say they're going to that Adam Silver will have his repercussions later. Like they've put Adam Silver himself, not the MBO, him on ice.
I don't know if it's the communism spirit or something. They're so
It's very
strict.
vindictive.
Yeah. So, for instance, in the liberal world,
Yeah.
they won't. There'll be fairness, so it's not fair. etc. You'd have conversations around that. But this one, they're going hard, like we're shutting you down. Nothing. So I don't know.
And they
Don't
do,
fight.
here's what I'm worried. Here's what I think. So because it's the national television, I want to know what contract NBA signed with them that can make them completely shut out, because there must be a contract to protect the NBA's content provision. And if there is a contract, then are they just throwing out the contract and saying, well, it's China and we can do whatever we want? So so we don't know what the details of the contract are, because on a normal day they shouldn't be able to just cut off
Just like that.
just like that.
Bosu
Alright.
thinks I definitely want something. Said the psych is too much. Tega.
Payday is coming soon.
Oye from Isolo says, guys, we need to do a wrestling style intro for Tega. Nice try, Val.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls, a lady weighing 150 pounds. Well, less actually.
Small
Elvis.
but mighty.
Elvis from Amukoko says,
Tega, it's 112 to 102, not 122.
okay, thank you.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry, one more.
Yes, please. Chesa from Okota says, I'm proud of our performance with Canada in this year's Racket World Cup.
Cricket.
Oh, cricket,
Cricket.
rather. Sorry.
Oh, we played cricket?
We
Yes,
lost
we do.
cricket.
We do, at least. That.
Wonderful. Now, another sport, I mean, this is so interesting to call it a sport.
It is a sport.
But I'm particularly interested in this one because my family members of my family are Scrabble champions.
Hmm.
So Nigeria claimed title for world's best Scrabble team. I'm actually looking for my dad's name in this team.
All right.
So the Nigeria Scrabble national team has again reclaimed their status by winning the World English Scrabble Players Association Championship Westpac title after winning the same trophy in 2015. The national coach of the Nigeria Scrabble team, Prince Anthony Ikolo, also showed his competence by winning the title in the Indian International Scrabble Open Tournament, also held at the event.
Yes, so Nigeria went to go and won. There were 30 countries there, 145 participants. Nigeria came first.
That's amazing.
We are not even negotiating with you. It's
No, we're not.
World English Scrabble. Just for those people that don't know that we speak English in this country,
It's
don't
not
join
Yoruba
us.
or Pidgin.
No.
People are not serious.
But I had to mention this because it is something. Some sports don't really get mentioned.
Yeah.
So this would think about the achievements that these players went there to do, and then come back and there'll be nothing.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say congratulations to the Scrabble team. Hope to see you win some more. I know that there's going to be some tournaments next year in the US. If you can carry me along. You
I
know.
play Scrabble.
I'm very no, I don't want to play. I'm just a very good cheerleader.
Let's just put it in
Oh, I like
context.
that.
As at the last toll in 2015, out of 195 countries in the world,
Yeah.
67 nations have English as their primary language
Language.
of official status.
Mm.
So Nigeria,
So, I mean, we
we speak better English than the UK.
no, we're fantastic. Let's
By the
not
years.
lie. When
There's
it comes
no
to
need for,
Scrabble,
I've told the people, you speak English. Don't let anybody tell you anything. Don't go and say gonna. Just to fit
Exactly.
in. Speak your Nigerian English.
Oh boy. Next story on the Locker Room 981. Remember the hashtag is for you to add to your messages when you send it to us on Twitter at Smooth981FM. And of course, send in messages to a WhatsApp number 0809 444 981. Roger Federer reached another milestone in his trophy-laden career at the Swiss indoors Basel after winning his 1,500th tour level match. The 38-year-old won his 21st consecutive match at his hometown tournament, sprinting past German Peter 6-2, 6-1 in only 53 minutes. In his words, here's what Federer said, my quote, I thought the match was good. I felt like I had a good spring in my step. I was quick onto the ball. Didn't take me long to get used to the conditions, and that was positive.
Yeah. He could have ended that much longer. Shorter,
Shorter.
sorry. Could have ended in 45 minutes or maybe 40 minutes. But Roger Federer being Roger Federer, didn't convert a lot of the break points he had. Was also had a one poor service game and then broke back immediately. But I guess at the end of the day, he decided to make it entertaining. Because think about it, Peter Gorchek comes in through qualifying, beats Ivo Karlovic. If you know how hard it is for other guys to beat Ivo Karlovic that has one of the biggest serves, he'll just stand there and serve like 97 aces in the match. End of discussion. Nothing you can do. So Peter beat him, and then gets into the draw, and you expect that it's going to be tricky. And yes, in as much as Peter had several injuries, so his season wasn't so smooth. Going through the qualifiers sometimes keep you competition ready, match fit, match sharp. He looked anything but, because Roger Federer just kept answering point after point. Apart from that one service game where Roger Federer was broken, and that wasn't necessarily because Gorchek served did anything spectacular. It was just Roger not serving very well. Um, it was a smooth ride for him. So this is Basel. He's going for his 10th title here. So this is his home tournament. He's playing in his village, literally. People are supporting him. It's indoors, which is something that he's very comfortable with, unlike a lot of other players that I know. So it's something I look forward to seeing. One of the biggest competition Roger would have had was Sasha Zverev, but he was knocked out yesterday. In the first round by Taylor Fritz of the USA. So I think for me that was the one person I thought, if he's going to beat anybody, it's going to be if somebody's going to beat Roger Federer, it will be that person. It will be Zverev, but Zverev is out. So let's see how the tournament proceeds for Roger.
I'm happy for him. I still want him to win big. I hope he's winning major tournaments hasn't come in.
The Grand Slams, yeah.
All right, let's move on to football. Chelsea boss Frank Lampard says he doesn't fear Ajax, but does respect them. Now, he says he respects Ajax, but does not fear them, as the two sides prepare to face each other in Champions League Group H. Now, this is what Lampard said. I respect Ajax because I watched them play last season, and I know they have changed slightly since then, but I'm aware of the threats they pose.
Yeah, he's right. A couple of key names have moved. Frankie de Jong has gone to Barcelona. The Leeds has gone to Juventus. So it may look like a side that has changed slightly, but you watch Ajax in the Champions League this season, and in as much as those key players have left, it's a youth team that is still developing their youth talents, and so they're still in good form, playing great football, and still looking for giant scalps to scrape. Chelsea is in that kind of position in a way, in the sense that Frank Lampard has come into Chelsea. He wasn't, because of the ban, he wasn't allowed to trade on the transfer market, and so he had to use his young players to play most of his tournaments. And now you look at that Chelsea side, and I remember before the season started, one Chelsea fan told me, "Don't worry, we'll go chop out this season. We're losing every single game." But the young guys have taking up the mantle, and they're doing very well with it. They've had 5 wins in a row. Yes, they struggled to win Newcastle, but that's always been a struggle for Chelsea. Anyway, they did in the end get the goal they needed, walked away with the 3 points, which is different from Arsenal on the other side, who couldn't even beat Sheffield United. So let's not even go to that story. But they seem to know how to get the results, and they're playing exciting football, and the young players on the team are excited to play for Frank Lampard. So it's two young teams, well, two pretty much young teams facing each other, and it's going to be exciting to watch. For me, what it tells me is that it's open football. It's going to be end-to-end stuff. I'd like to see a couple of goals. If you ask me, based on what Ajax did in the Champions League last season and what they've done so far up to this point, it's advantage Ajax. However, Frank Lampard has defied some odds to get to where he is. So I'm going to leave that. I'm not even betting on that. I'm not even putting my...
Of course, when he came with mixed.
He hasn't disappointed at all.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back for more Inside of the Locker Room 981. Remember that YouTube link is youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos.
Frankie! Remember me.
I used to sing that song to my oldest brother. Like we all used to sing it too.
Your brother's name was Frank?
It's Francis.
Why did your parents do that to him?
Because
Like,
they love him. It's a great name.
nah, it's Frank Spencer.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
not.
no, it's not Frank. It's Francis.
Frank is from where? From Franklin Abbey.
Well, not to worry.
All is a variation of Francis.
Is giving us something to smile
Because that's what they're going to call it.
This month, Access Bank is putting their money where their mouth is to raise awareness.
So names
for
I'm not
better
going to give my
healthcare for
children
women.
Elizabeth.
There would be
Because they'll
Why?
call you
activities
Lizzie.
like health
Why?
screening,
Because
health
they'll call you
talk,
Lizzie.
fitness classes,
What?
Leave baby.
health issues such as infertility.
Eliza.
I mean, if I'm abroad and she's never coming to Nigeria, then that's fine. I bet they'll call you
If
Lizzie.
it's in Delta State, they say Eliza.
Eliza.
Elizabeth.
Or Lizzie.
It's like how my sister likes Barbara, because obviously she says Santa Barbara etc. One of my friends, classmates in school. Who is Barbara?
Yes,
Barbara.
Barbara. It's Barbara. No. I don't play like that. So certain names I'm not giving my children.
What does it mean? You don't want to give your children native Nigerian names.
Oh, they will have Nigerian names. I'm just talking about the English names that they would have.
Enjoy more data
I
than
really
before
know
and a
traditional.
home broadband. Get up to
And they will
55
have.
gigabytes for 12,000 naira on
Like
Wi-Fi
I after Tega because my mother couldn't pronounce my English
What's
name.
your English name?
Edith. She just couldn't hack it. She was like, edit. I beg my daughter's name is Tega, Jare. So I would go to school. In primary school, I'd go to school and they'd call me all sorts of variations of editing. Oh, that was my teacher. My teacher used to say editing. The other one say edit. The other one say edit. But I'll come home and I will take that to every single person. You know how it is the name your mother calls you
Yes,
like your
everybody.
name. So my mother was like, I don't even have time for all that nonsense. The name is Tega. So by the time I got to secondary school where they knew how to pronounce my name,
Yeah.
and I was, in fact, and I'm even more a Tega than Edith, than an Edith.
I think so.
And Edith is, yes, and Edith is a strong woman, a woman that is that. And Elizabeth Taylor would be an Edith. You know, somebody that's strong that.
She's just strong in the bedroom.
No. She's a strong girl. She fought even in the film industry.
Yeah.
Yes, for women alone. Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor. She was. Oh, you don't mess with her.
I'll be back.
But I'm more a Tega than an Edith.
Eliza.
So Tega just stuck. By the time I got to secondary school, after a while, I dropped the Edith somewhere. Tega was in it. Like, Daddy, keep your name. I don't know why my dad thought that name was perfect.
You know, but in the English sense, was for someone very it's a prestigious name. It's not just that.
Yes.
It's not a common
Yeah, so
name.
you are going to be, an Edith is going to be
Yeah.
stiff upper lip, very cultured, very
Yeah.
matronly, very, she's just,
Yeah,
yeah.
matronly.
Yeah, that's probably what my dad anticipated for me. He did not know that my mother had a
He
part to
didn't
play.
know.
He didn't know.
That's great. I hope the precious Gary.
So he always gave my sister, he gave us our English names. So there's Jane, there's Catherine, there's Susan, and there's Stella, and there's Tega. Then there's Andrew.
That's the real proper Englishman.
My dad is a he's
Stella, Andrew,
yeah.
Jane, Jane,
Yeah, Jane.
Catherine. You know, I those are royal family names.
Yeah, he was definitely retired now. He was there as a young boy of 15 or 16. And then
wherever you go. For more details, call us now on 0700
I came back to
5000
Nigeria.
or
So
visit
he was very, let's call him black Oyibo.
He
Very-
was a real black man.
He was very British in everything.
Ensuring happiness since 1970.
But I was determined not to. I was determined to be a worry girl.
Did you know that the highway
Ready, guys?
Yeah, I was
overtaking
born ready.
overtake only on the left unless traffic is moving in queues in all lanes and you have no
Let's read it
choice
together.
but to keep moving forward.
Okay, marks are up.
Never move to a lane.
Good to have you back and have you join us. If you just tuned in, the Smooth 98.1 is bringing you sports inside of the locker room, and we have the very renowned Tega Supreme here
Woo-hoo.
holding the rings. Right now, we have messages on WhatsApp 0809 message from Agumbiade Ridwan.
He says, my miss, so this is Nicolas Pepe saying, my miss will be the most embarrassing miss this week. Eden Hazard said, hold my drink.
And Elvis from Amukoko says, there's a certain dude in tennis right now, Daniel Medvedev. Tega, what do you think about that Russian?
I've told you several times what I think about him. He's just in great form now. So let's see how it goes. There's a race to win your first Grand Slam. Sissipas, Sasha Zverev, Medvedev. Let's see which of them will get their hands on that Grand Slam first.
Okay.
Medvedev is in great form now, but we said the same thing about Sasha last year. So let's see how it goes.
Let's
Have
see.
some faith. Paulo Dybala struck a quick-fire second-half double as Juventus came from behind to beat Lokomotiv, Moscow 2-1 in the Champions League Group D clash in Turin on Tuesday. But Dybala pulled the host level on the 77 minutes and added a second 2 minutes later to keep Juventus on course in Group D with 7 points after 3 games. In Dybala's words, he described it as thus, although the way he feels. He said, I'm very happy. I really needed 2 goals like this. It was a very difficult game, but tonight you could really see the level of experience of our team. We always remained calm until we finally scored.
Yeah, he's going to talk about him now that he's on it, at least temporarily. But I'm
Okwayemi.
not taking this story. Okwayemi Imoru, take over.
Hello, Benny.
Hi.
All right. Having Dybala have been having speculation of him leaving Turin, Juventus, in a couple of months, and in nights like this, you needed to be happy, and we also are happy for you. Having played 9 matches and scoring 3 goals in all competition, it's all good for him. And yesterday it was looking as if Lokomotiv Moscow, they are in to spoil things for Juventus, but after the 13 minutes goal by Miranchuk, Dybala came in the 77 minutes and like, okay, we are here to play and we are here to score goals. Scoring a brace for him on the Champions League night is a very good one. Now, I think he has been able to convince us and not to confuse us that, okay, I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. So a good one for Dybala.
Nice.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much. So Diabala is here to stay.
Yeah, for now.
Fun.
Until big money comes. No, I don't believe when I heard that Fiorentino Perez actually wanted to sell, would rather have sold Cristiano Ronaldo than Gareth Bale, which is one of the reasons why Cristiano Ronaldo left. I was like, anybody is sellable. Anybody.
Let's go to Barcelona. So Barcelona to give all against Slavia with Clasico break ahead. So Barcelona coach, aka Tega's best friend after the president, of course, Ernesto Valverde said yesterday found some positives from the postponement of the first Clasico of the Spanish season, saying it gave him more options for Wednesday's Champions League game at Slavia Prague. Now, Valverde told reporters in Prague, we have room for different options for the starting lineup. We could make some changes, and maybe it's also key to securing a spot in the playoffs if we earn 3 points tomorrow.
Okay, yes. So this is another reason why I think Valverde did not want to move his game or the match to the Bernabeu, because they travel to Prague and then they come back. Usually, it's the El Clasico. You'd want to have the comfort of your home ground. If it was already available to you, you can plan around that. But hearing that, okay, because of the protest and all, you may have to move it to Real Madrid. He was like, no, I don't want 2 back-to-back big games. 2 back-to-back big away games. I just need some peace and quiet. At the end of the day, the El Clasico was postponed. So this weekend is a free day for Barcelona. And so he's saying now we can focus all our energies on Slavia Prague. And it seems, it's Slavia Prague against Barcelona, but things like travel and this affects team's performance. So you may have the most talented of players, but they go to a strange place and they're not sure exactly how you're going to perform. And so now this is their total only focus. It's not like they're thinking of this one, like, oh, what if this person picks up an injury or picks up a knock? Or what if the person is fatigued? How will he play El Clasico? Nothing like that on their mind. 100% concentration and attention given to Slavia Prague. And if they can get all these 3 points here, then they're slowly solidifying their qualification from the group stage, and then they can focus on the La Liga, which is sad because everything seems to be working out together for the good of Valverde. Oh God, that means it's not going to be fired.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Nope.
But that's the situation that they find themselves in. Real Madrid yesterday too. Well, I would say they had a good game because they came away with the result.
Yeah.
So that's the most important thing. They put in all their resources. They did create a couple of chances. They got the one goal they needed, and they're in a safe place. So for now, Zidane is not under pressure till the next match.
Guess who else is not under pressure? Money. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Home.
They've
Did
put
you
another
start
ad
with
again.
Yes, well done.
From the feeling
Huh?
of peace and
But they said that.
serenity.
Wow.
Bros, why so
Did you
deep?
speak to them about it?
Yes, now that's when they moved everything to 45.
That's all. Enjoy more data than before on Airtel Home
That's what they made a
Broadband.
mistake.
Get up to
Sometimes
55
you make
gigabytes
mistakes
for
and
12,000 naira on MyFi and 160
Yeah,
gigabytes
sure, it's
for
finished now.
25,000
It's
naira.
been and it's even long ad. It's 4 minutes ad.
Reliable home broadband.
Sure, it's finished.
By Airtel, the smartphone network.
4 minutes ad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Midday and Friends.
Does your school have incredible children with outstanding talents? Then enter them for the Bond Factor, Cadbury Bonvita's school talent competition. To enter your school, submit NT